hope you're having a lovely day. How exciting is this first YouTube video? I'm so excited, I hope you are as well. So I'm going to be showing all 33 of my arachnids. The first ones we're going to be looking at are of course the much loved jumping spiders, because they're adorable as hell. Who doesn't love a jumping spider? Before we start, I'm just going to say this is in no particular order. I'm just like chucking them all in, showing you how lovely and amazing they are. I'm also probably going to butcher all the pronunciation, so sorry in advance. Here are the 10 jumping spiders I currently keep. We are starting with this little guy. He is a Phidippus regus and his name is Neo. He's only a little thing at the moment, so there's a lot more growing to do. Definitely an overachiever. Look at the size of the mealworm! Okay, so next we have Flare. She is a Phidippus otiosus. I think I said that right. She's honestly such a character. As you can see, loves the camera, loves the attention, can't stop it. You can see a little bit of retinal motion in this clip, which is really cool. I love it, it's so fascinating. Next up we have the one and only Nebula. And she is, as you can tell, very troublesome. So she is a Phidippus regus as well. She's a sub-adult. Many of you might know her if you come in from our Discord group, TikTok or my Instagram. She's quite the face on my social medias if you haven't been able to tell yet. Remarkably, she is over a year old. That's like the average life expectancy of jumping spiders. She's not even mature yet, so I hope she'll be around a lot longer. Now I have two of these little guys. They're Phidius cryotops. I think that's how you say it. I'm only featuring one in this because the other little guy is in pre-molt currently, so I don't want to disturb them. As you can tell by the size, they're very small things. Their names are Equinox and Solstice. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, they're absolutely adorable. Love them to bits. Watching them grow is so rewarding. Next up we have the troublemaker Curiosity. So she is a Phidippus comatus and she's only about juvenile stage at the moment, and as you can tell, she won't keep herself off the camera, so that's all the clips I got, unfortunately. Next up we have this sweetheart that is Pollen. She is an adult female Phidippus apachianus and she's going quite on a bit now. I've had her for 6 months as an adult. That's when I received her. It's nice, she's doing very well at the moment. As you can see, enjoying a lovely bit of watermelon there. And yes, spiders do gain hydration from fruits, veggies, plant sap, all that sort of stuff, even nectar. It's great enrichment for them and a good source of hydration. This is my final Phidippus regus. This is Neutron. She is a female sling, as you can see. I've cared for her since she was quite small, about second instar I believe, but yeah, she's growing well. This is Halo, the biggest jumping spider in my collection. She is a Hylas vulcanarian and she is an adult female. I've had many people say, she looks like an old person with a moustache, so now I can't get that image out of my head and it's so amusing every time I see her now. Moving on to the final jumping spider of my collection. This is Solar. She's a Hylastialdi. Currently she is a juvenile, but when she does eventually grow up to become an adult, she'll be around like the same size as Halo, which is quite large in jumping spider terms. Let's move on to the 16 tarantulas I currently own. Beginning with the 3 old world tarantulas I have, this is my H. pulchripes. Her name is Titan and she's in her sling stage at the moment. This is about a week after she molted, so definitely getting some lovely coloration now. She's also one to never turn down food, which is great. The next old world on this list is my P. metallica sling. The name is Hattie, currently unsexed but suspect female, so fingers crossed they are. You can kind of see them munching here under the cover of dirt. Their little eyes! My final old world is easily one of my most favourite tarantulas. Don't tell the others. But anyways, this is Calypso, my sea marshali female. Very responsive to food, absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 tarantula for me. Moving on to new worlds now, and we're starting with my Bioratum Styx. Another one of my all-time favourites, and in fact she was a gift from my boyfriend. How nice is that? Encouraging my obsession with spiders. Goofy little eye shot for everyone. We have another Brachypelma. This is the Bihamori. His name is Nyx and he is a juvenile at the moment. Now I tried to get a feeding clip, but I'm pretty positive he is in pre-molt at the moment, so he wasn't very interested in the mealworm. Now this next tarantula is one close to my heart because she was actually the second tarantula I ever got. Her name is Callisto and she's a juvenile G. pulchripes. Like Nyx, she is also in pre-molt. As you can tell, she wasn't very interested in the mealworm. She kind of slapped at it, and as you can tell by that booty, it's quite chunky. Next up we have my GBB Oberon, and he is a subadult at the moment. Just like the previous two, tried to feed him a superworm but he's not interested at all because he is in pre-molt as well. Onto the largest tarantula in my collection. This is my Asimani Dia. Two of my largest tarantulas are both Arachnids, funnily enough. This next tarantula is very special to me as she's my first ever tarantula, the AHL codes, and her name is Aya and she's currently a subadult. These are just some old clips of her because she's been in like a pet dirt for the past 5 months. So yeah, here's her before trying to get a superworm. It's super cute because it kind of dug away from her, she didn't know what to do. Almost forgot to add she is the AHL code species New River Rust Rump. And yes, she did eventually dig up the superworm. Now we are moving on to the slings of my collection. This is my D. diamantinensis. Their name is Niso, and as you can tell in that previous clip, they were very, very plump. And you know what, the following day, they molted, which is awesome, and I managed to get it on time-lapse for you all. This next tarantula was actually the third tarantula of my collection, if I can remember correctly. But anyway, this is my sea versicolor Triton. See their blue paws there? Very much looking forward to seeing their colour changes as they grow up. This is Charon, my Avicularia species Peru purple. This individual is definitely one of the shyest tarantulas I have. This little one is a bee smithy, another gift from my boyfriend. Also, their name is Atlas. With them being a bee smithy, they of course come with the CITES permit. Only certain species of tarantula have this special permit, and it's just to show that it's legally sourced and is purebred lineage. Now, this one is one of my most beautiful tarantulas, I believe, but very elusive, as you see just the little toes there. So this is my C. elegans Deimos, and they're kind of, I guess, in the juvenile stage because they are a dwarf species and they do have like the beautiful heart coloured and everything else, but they are extremely small. I keep them only in a vial at the moment. We have another pet dirt here. This is my T. albopilosus metis. As you can see, they're in the works of making their dirt mounds, which is cute to see, but now I never see them when they've just completely burrowed themselves away. Now this is the only footage I have of my T. vegans, called Core, because the day I unboxed them, they decided to pull a pet dirt on me, and I haven't seen them since this unboxing, so yeah, that was fun. Time for the one scorpion I have. Yay! So this is my adult male scorpion. He is a HP Tercy. His name is Spartan, as in Spartans from Halo. Even though he is my only scorpion, he's such a joy to have. I only got him recently as well. Now on to all the other spiders of my collection. So starting off we have Barry, and they are an Erisys guarini thing. I have to say, they are on par with cuteness to jumping spiders. Look at their little eyes and legs. Next up we have another Erisys species. This is the Erisys vulcanari, and they are like half the size of Barry. Their name is Velvet. This is Ebu, my E. atrica female, and I believe actually she is the spider that's been in my collection for the longest out of the ones I currently have, which is awesome. This is a native UK species. Fun little story, when I was getting over my arachnophobia, I kept one of these even though I was absolutely terrified of them, and that's just how I cracked it really. This is another native UK species, the S. nobilis, and This is a little thing shortly after a molt. Their name is Pilot. Funny little story behind that. I found them living in one of my plane models. This is my other Atraca, and they are a very small thing, just about taking down that fruit fly. This is the final spider of my collection, another Eslabus, an immature male, and once he does mature, I'll release him. He's at the bottom because he got a little bit spooked. So yeah, that wraps it all up. That's all 33 of my arachnids. I really hope you guys enjoyed this first video, and I do plan on making a lot more. Open to any requests or advice since, just starting out, just getting my feet in the water. So would really appreciate it. So yeah, remember to like, comment and subscribe. I will put my social medias down below along with our Discord group. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time.